Yo, what's up? It's comedian TK Kirkland. You listen to Signal 27 with this fly nigga in the back. Yeah. Yeah.
It's your man, comedian A-Train. Got my boy Gordon right here. Shout out to Signal 27, man. If you ain't tuned into that podcast, you ain't living.
Duval is your comedy cousin. That's why I'm repping with my boy Leroy Gordon. Check out his radio station, Signal 27. Signal 27, man, goes down, man.
It's your man Steve Brown. Y'all make sure y'all tune in to Signal 27 Radio. It's going down. It's gonna be stupid.
Hey, Kenny Williams, man. Make sure you check out Signal 27 Radio Show.
What's going on, everybody? I'm your boy Christian, comedian Funny Bone. The Bible declares in Proverbs 17:22, a merry heart doeth like medicine, but a broken spirit drives the bone. Give it.
Yo, what's up? It's comedian TK Kirkland. You listen to Signal 27 with this fly nigga in the back. Yeah. Yeah.
It's your man, comedian A-Train. Got my boy Gordon right here. Shout out to Signal 27, man. If you ain't tuned into that podcast, you ain't living.
Duval is your comedy cousin. That's why I'm repping with my boy Leroy Gordon. Check out his radio station, Signal 27. Signal 27, man, goes down, man.
It's your man Steve Brown. Y'all make sure y'all tune in to Signal 27 Radio. It's going down. It's gonna be stupid.
Hey, Kenny Williams, man. Make sure you check out Signal 27 Radio Show.
What's going on, everybody? I'm your boy, Christian, comedian Funny Bone. The Bible declares in Proverbs 17:22, a merry heart doeth like medicine, but a broken spirit drives the bone. Giving big shout out for Signal 27 Radio. Do your thing. Stay humble, but stay clean. Funny Bone, much love.
Tyler Craig, when I ain't selling goddamn drugs to the kids up in high school, I'm listening to my man on podcast, Signal 27. Yeah.
What's up? This is comedian Jay Granger, man. I'm here with my boy Leroy Gordon. Y'all check out Signal 27 Radio, man. It's a podcast every Sunday, 6:30.
Yo, what's up? It's Comedian Shang, at Comedian Shang, and it's Signal 27 in the building all day.
Hey, I'm your boy Michael Kanye, world famous, world renowned, often talked about, a legend comedian, and we rocking over here at Signal 27 Radio, baby.
Hey everybody, it's the bad girl of comedy, the original bad girl of comedy, Lunell, here in hot and sunny Los Angeles, California. But guess what? I know this. You're not watching or listening to anything if you're not checking out Signal 27 Radio, baby, all day. Stay there.
Hey everybody, it's me, Crazy George Wallace. I came down here to get some fish and wind up staying all night. But you can talk to me on Signal 27. That's the best signal you're going to get. Ain't no clearance system. It's the best signal you're going to get. Signal 27. And my man, Leroy. Yeah. Leroy, I don't know what his real name is. But I know I'm his real daddy. I know that.
No,
Hey, it's your boy Rodney Perry. Signal 27 is off the chain. Signal 27!
What's going on, y'all? This is Signal 27 Radio Show. We are live. As you can see, the video's a little better. Seems like YouTube is treating us real nice right now. Home of the Signal 27 show. But listen, it's not going to stop there. Within the next couple of weeks, we're going to be doing all of them at one time. So if you are on Facebook, we're going to come back to Facebook. If you're on YouTube, we're going to continue to stream to YouTube. If you are on Twitter's thing. What's that? Pinterest? Pinterest? What's that? What is it called, David? The Twitter joint.
Periscope.
Periscope, yeah.
We're
We're gonna be on Periscope too. You know what I'm saying? So we hitting all social media platforms. There wouldn't be an excuse for you not to see exactly what we got going on. Okay, so let's go ahead and get everything started. As you can see to my left, you see him. He typing the king of conscious comedy. Give it up to Mr. David Emmanuel.
What's up, YouTube people, man? You know I love YouTube, man. I got my own YouTube channel, but you know not as many followers as I want. So follow Signal 27, and when you got time, stop over to David Emmanuel Comedian Channel. I got a little bit on there right now because I'm building who I am. But I'm coming at you soon with some alkaline stuff you ain't never seen before, player. Don't mess with me.
Yeah, you heard him. Don't mess with him.
We eating vegetables over here, dog. I had to
Oh.
go based on the artist.
He eating vegetables.
Scared
me. He eating vegetables. I ain't eating no vegetables.
Talking healthy, you scared me.
Hey, I had a whole gang of people with me in the building. What was that, Friday night?
What was it?
We were lit. Like, we eat vegetables over here, dog. For real.
It sound like a veggie gang out this month.
Okay. What you looking over here for?
I don't know. Thuggish, ruggish.
Hey, how can they find us on YouTube? Just search Signal 27.
If they on my page, I already put the live link already on our page, on my page already.
Oh, can I put it on my page?
Yeah, just go to my page and you'll see it. It's already. I posted it twice.
I'm going now.
Yep.
Yeah, you can get the next person. I'm sorry.
All right.
I'm trying to bring
And to my immediate right, light skinned brother, you see him right there looking real debonair, I guess. I got the clean cut mustache and everything. You see him, the Fabler, Ed. Just call him the Fabler, comedian the Fabler. Ain't that right? That's it.
That's it.
Explain to him what it is you do.
Yo, what it is simple. I'm a storyteller. You know, other comedians, they tell jokes, and I tell funny stories. That's it.
That's it, and that's all. That's all he do is he tells stories. That's all. And as you can see to the far right, you see him. He looking down. He could move over some.
I can.
Yeah, move over to your left.
We got widescreen cameras. You good?
To my left, I'd like you to know whether you want to say right.
Yeah, I was a little perturbed. Move over to your other right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You see him, Christian comic. Yup, that's Big Chip, ladies and gentlemen. I almost forgot your name, bro. I ain't gonna even lie.
Got it big on the front.
Yeah, it is what it is. Sometimes I forget.
That's all right.
What I be doing.
I don't charge it to you.
You don't charge it to me?
No.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Well, listen, we're going to go ahead and get everything started. You know how we do. We already did the go around. We typically do a BOB spotlight, but we're going to, she's going to call in at 6:45. Go ahead, David. Who is she?
She is the owner of T Posh Center, which they have a slogan called "Heal the Bill." So they have a menu with alkaline options and vegan options. See, alkaline is a little harder than vegan, way harder. And they have Dr. Sebi on the wall, a big picture. That's something I never thought I'd see in Jacksonville, Florida. Man, when I tell you, it's a whole different place. When you walk inside, it's real nice. I mean, if you know how our people are about establishments, they pick any excuse not to go somewhere. This place is immaculate. And the girl, when I first got there, she was making a spelt crust pizza, fresh from scratch. So I could go on and on. They had a live open mic Friday night. I happened to come through, and they put me right on stage. As soon as I walked through the door,
This was after the.
Yeah, when I asked you to go, it was almost 8 o'clock before I got there. I thought they were done, but they was hungry.
Oh, okay.
They were hungry like Les Brown. You got to be hungry. That's how they was for me to come up there and do them jokes. And I talked to them in the spirit of the vegetable Lord.
Yo.
Yeah, 'cause you know, I had them being in the wilderness all for 30-something days not eating. I was up in the mountaintop on high with the Lord eating vegetables. And he said, go down and tell the people about the vegetables. And that's what I did Friday night. Amen?
Amen.
For the vegetables.
For the vegetable god. What's the name of the vegetable god? El Vegan Toasters?
It's called African People True Identity Baptists, who we really was meant to be. Bionamo code, and I'm saying all that stuff wrong. But I'm a comedian. That's my job.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to get her to call in, Leroy.
Well, she'll call in a minute once you send it out to her.
Mm-hmm.
Well, listen, right? As you know, if you are watching, hopefully y'all connected to the page because I'm doing a giveaway for the next show on the 30th. These tickets were actually sponsored by a poet that's at the Uptown Experience called Chocolate Faye. She purchased 2 tickets, so I'm going to give a shout out to her. She's a comic here. I mean, not a comic. She's a poet here in Jacksonville, and you can see her all over Jacksonville. She's been performing at the places like Elks Lodge, the Uptown Poetry Experience, as well as the the Poetry Cafe. Every first Friday she's there, and she got these 2 tickets, and these 2 tickets is for the next comedy show that's going to be on the 30th. So if you are interested and you hear the sound of my voice, first person that's actually listened to this who's not part of the BOB segment and you are watching, you will get access to the tickets and you'll be the first one to get them. All I need to do is get your name and your telephone number and where to send it, and we'll make sure you get it. So far we got 4 people watching, so if you it might just be us 4 for right now, ain't it? But you got to keep going. It's all about keep doing it and being, what do you call it, consistent.
That's right.
Consistency does everything right. Eventually it'll start to grow and build too, especially when we're hitting all aspects in the future. So with that last note, be prepared to call in. Hello, holla at your boy, eat a cookie. Ha.
Hello, back to vegan news. Vegetables.
Back to vegan news.
Hey, back to vegetable news.
Yeah, killing our vegan corner.
On the alkaline home front, today I made some mushroom burgers from scratch. And let me tell you something. It was some long, hard work. It's not easy being alkaline. You got to make almost everything from scratch. You hear me? And I also made some zucchini flatbread from scratch. And when I tell you it was good, it was good.
No, I don't.
It was good.
I don't. Yeah, you should have brought some because I wouldn't mind tasting. I'm second guessing that meat that you said that was meat, that Satan meat, the Satan meat.
The Satan.
Satan.
Well, see, I don't even mess with wheat no more because after I went 30 days in the wilderness, God said, no more wheat for you. Put down that wheat. And I said, yes, Lord. I put down the wheat. So I don't even mess with wheat no more, man. That's what I'm telling you. Alkaline is a whole different level, man. Dr. Seb is a whole different level. It's a whole different energy.
Why Ed
the phone is ringing right there.
Why Ed praying? Huh? Ed over there praying. Hold on.
Ed praying?
Yeah. This is the Signal 27 radio show. Who is this?
This is Brittany. Hey.
Hey, Brittany. How you doing?
Oh, I can't hear Brittany.
All right. When the next show?
Okay, now I got Brittany.
You got Brittany. When the next show?
Yes.
On the 30th.
Yeah, did Britt?
Yup.
Okay, who?
Prego.
Is it Britt from the Beer Can Studios with us?
No, this Prego.
Prego.
I don't
know Prego.
That's spaghetti sauce, eh?
I don't know what that. I don't know who it is, but we thank you.
That bougie.
Wait a minute,
hold on, right quick. The whole purpose of it is that you call in, Britt. Are you calling in to get these tickets?
Yes.
Okay, where you at?
California.
Jacksonville.
I know you in Jacksonville.
That's different.
Yeah, I know you in Jacksonville, Britt. Jesus.
Oh, the west side.
Okay, well there we go. Well, listen, Britt.
Is you a real gangster thug or you just are?
We got if you watch, we got the 2 tickets.
I'm from Cleveland on.
Cleveland on. That's what I'm talking about. I grew up on Cleveland, Contango. You heard me? That's what I'm talking about. She said Cleveland on.
She said Palm Terry.
She said I stabbed somebody on the show.
You said you stabbed somebody.
You crossed the track.
Well, listen, you are the winner of the 2 tickets that was hosted by, and hold on to your tickets because Chocolate Face, she actually signed these. So you actually have her autograph. So when you get these tickets, hold on to the tickets, put them inside a what do you call them things? The things with the pictures that go inside a frame. Right. Put them inside a frame. Yeah, and these tickets, the money they're gonna come to some money because she's a good poet. So you got these. I'm gonna get your information.
Okay, me and Kenyatta be there.
Okay.
Kenyatta.
Yeah, that's
the baby dad.
No, Kenyatta. No,
that's a female. That sounds like a goddess, another female, right?
Yeah, Kenyatta's.
Yeah, that's my friend Kenyatta.
Yeah, they part of the police people. You know what I'm saying? They know popos.
They popo.
All the popo.
Okay, I ain't got no problem with popo. My daddy was popo for 20 plus years.
They know
We ate
Popo's.
She said Prego. When she said Prego, I knew who it was from the jump. The
Oh,
baby
okay.
gonna pop out.
Them cold.
She be getting her laugh on, and she also be on her phone at the same time. So the baby gonna have superpowers when the baby pop out.
Multitasking on steroids.
I know. She be like hi, and then she go back to looking at social media. The baby gonna
Be
come
like
out.
Luke Cage.
I bet.
Baby gonna be like Luke Cage.
Baby
I be
already
sharing. I be trying to get.
Huh? The baby got super electronic powers. You know what I'm
Baby
saying?
gonna come out walking.
Yep.
Yeah.
Gonna pop right on out. Pop,
Now-
poppity pop.
That might have been Tyresha calling.
Was
Tyresha Nelson. Yeah.
Well, listen, Bree.
787.
I be talking to Meat.
Meat.
Oh, Lord,
That's
not
about
meat.
meat.
She got to come to the next show.
Yeah, she gonna be there. These 2 tickets are for you and Kenyatta. If y'all, that's who you get bringing. I got your number right now. So what I'll do is I'll make sure that you get these tickets, or either I'll have them at the front.
We'll call.
We'll
That's
call.
perfect. Have them at the door.
There we go. Holla. You got these tickets. I thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Yeah, and
Thank
share
you.
the link. Share that link. Let
And
people
tell
know what's
people
going
about us. I
on.
know you're already doing it, but let them know that you got another North Side rider out here with you. You know what
Yep.
I'm saying?
Okay.
Pop the
I
cap.
got you.
That's
Grief.
right. And make sure you take care of the baby. The baby don't pop out with no
Chip,
bullets
too.
and phones
Okay.
and stuff like that.
Okay.
All right, Break.
All right, goddess. She calling.
Yeah.
Oh, you winning label?
So she won them tickets, y'all.
She
So we
won them
giving away
tickets.
stuff.
Leroy
So
gave her them tickets.
yep. Hello. So we know we got at least 2 people coming to the show.
Tyresha Nelson.
That's right.
How many people we got viewing now? I like when I
right
know.
now, what is it? It's showing 3 right now, but ain't no telling
Okay.
now
There she
since
go.
I didn't even know who Bree
Let me hit it
was.
for you. Boom, I hit it.
Yeah, you just pressing buttons. This is Signal 27 Radio Show. Who's this? State what's on your mind. What's going on?
Well, hello. This is Tyresha Moore, the owner of T-Posh Naturals. What's going on this evening?
Hey, what's going on? How
Hotel
you
goddess,
doing?
peace and blessing.
Ecoline.
David.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
No, all
Hi,
of us was talking.
David.
Hey, what's going on, goddess?
Okay.
Peace and blessing.
What's going on,
Hotel.
goddess?
We
Da-
appreciate you.
Go ahead, David. Introduce us. Introduce us all.
Okay, this is Signal 27 Radio. We go live all the time. We normally just on Facebook, but now we done ventured over there to YouTube, and then we gonna bind them back up together later, twist them and bind them together. I don't know how, but anyway, that's Leroy Gordon,
Yeah.
actor / comedian that you just heard the first time. He started this whole platform for us. In the middle
bless
is
Leroy.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate it. Keep me in prayer, and I'm going to be by and get some vegan soup and some stuff, okay?
Absolutely.
and she-
I'll be waiting for you.
She got regular stuff too, like salmon, turkey, but I'm sure she'll tell you all that too for the people that want to learn about it and still want to be comfortable. She got all that. She she know how to do it professionally, and she ain't from the
let's-
streets like
let's
I am. Well, she
introduce
might
her
be
first.
from the streets.
Let's-
Are you
Chilling.
from-
Well,
Okay,
I
the
actually
second.
am from the street
She
like
said
you
she
are.
from the street like you are.
And the second comedian that's lighter than me, in the middle is Ed the
Why
Fabler.
you massaging my shoulder?
Oh, I'm sorry. Something about that
That is
striped
not
shirt.
gangster
Something
right
about
now.
that striped shirt you got
I-
on. It just makes me feel comfortable. And then it matches chip plastic big cup over there. I mean, I thought it was good energy. I thought it was a
wow.
lime drink on
Oh,
the
that's
shirt.
what we
I didn't
do.
know.
You're supposed to be doing the interview, David,
Okay,
not
yeah.
Joni.
In the middle. In the middle.
His shirt look like when the TV go off.
Ed the Fabler in
Y'all
the
are
middle
some
from
assholes.
Ohio, or wherever he is from.
Y'all some
another
assholes.
comedian. Then on the very end is Chip, also a real native of Jacksonville, Florida.
North side when we ride.
He is a worker of a product that is in your store, the Alcavita water. He highly promotes that. He
Yes.
knows them. And
Yeah.
what else can I say? Big Chip, the Christian
I'm gonna
comedian.
definitely come taste you now.
Yeah.
I did that with that, huh? Is that?
I
I don't know
am
how
not
that.
accountable
Yeah,
for the
I'm not.
individual
Yeah,
statements on this show.
I don't think that was the right thing to say, Chip.
I'm talking about the food. What
No,
no,
huh?
40 and slip,
I'm
bro.
talking about
You
the
said
food.
no, but you said
I
when
know
you
what
say
I said,
food,
but
what you
I mean,
say?
I thought y'all
What did
mine
you?
was more growner than that.
No, what did you say? You want to reiterate?
Huh?
Huh?
Yes, let me reiterate.
Honda.
Honda. Coming in the Honda. You know Jesus too. I'll be there to eat something.
Okay.
Yeah,
we'll
we
be
gonna-
waiting for you too.
Okay, David. So what's up with this
Okay.
interview? You want to? Okay, well, listen. I'll go ahead and do it. First and foremost, how did you get started with? What made you? What motivated you to build this restaurant that you have now?
Okay, that's a very good question. Actually, I am from Jacksonville, Florida. I left here 12 years ago, went down south. graduated with a few degrees, and I became ill myself. I was diagnosed with PCOS. Woke up one day and my eyes were swollen really, really big, like blowfish, and no doctor could tell me what was going on. And being though as I'm an admin reader anyway, I just took the time to discover what was going on in my own body and started researching a lot. Ran into Dr. Sebi. I challenged his work through watching the videos and reading literatures that he spoke about in his videos. And I challenged it myself, but I did it in a more realistic way that was real for me. And it just basically all started as I completed my first 21-day fast. I did a live on Facebook just expressing to people what happened to me, how my life changed during that 21-day fast, and it just started from there. I was able to provide herbs, starting from just a few people to now over 35,000 people that follow me thereafter. I'm now at 120-pound weight loss, and this is all God.
You lost 120 pounds.
Talk to him, God.
Yes. I was 320, and I'm definitely below 190 now.
I know that.
So
I think your weight flew on me.
And it works. And I've tried the HCG and the Atkins diet in the past. I done tried just about everything, and nothing works like the African Biomineral Balance. So being as though I'm an educational counselor, I like to teach, I like motivational speaking. This is just a divine journey, a divine task that has been set upon me to return home and bring this to my same community and my same people that need the education, need the work, and most importantly, need the healing. What was so surprising when I came home, various of people told me that that this will fall into vain, that the people in Jacksonville is not ready for that. And I would always tell them, well, I beg to differ, I'm here now, because I know how to do it in a way. I'm from here, I know how they feel, I know the complications of understanding and understanding the transition, so I deliver it where they are. And that's why we're in the neighborhood that we're in.
No, that's right.
Well, thank you. 120 pounds is a lot.
Yeah.
And to challenge Dr. Sebi's work is like, I know a lot of people end up hearing about Dr. Sebi after Left Eye from TLC had passed, right?
Absolutely. Right. Yeah, absolutely.
And then a lot of people heard about him but didn't know exactly what they was doing, and I don't think even the pharmaceutical companies knew exactly what Dr. Sebi was doing when he was down there healing people of all of these diseases that were created as well as just naturally there over time, based off of the food that you eat. So I'm thinking that, honestly, I think that was one of the reasons. A lot of people say that Dr. Sebi died of natural causes, but I believe that it was actually like a murder, because he was telling people how to do all of the stuff to get healing without needing the drug and pharmaceutical companies. And the drug and pharmaceutical companies is like a multi-billion-dollar industry. And of course they're not going to want that. A cartel?
Yeah, cartel.
You know, so
absolutely.
They don't want to have information out there to tell you how to heal yourself, when at the end of the day you already know what you put in your mouth is what heals you anyway. Even when you take medication, you still got to put medication in your mouth.
Healing is short time.
You know
Curing
what I mean?
is one time. You can't get rich off of one-time treatment.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And then a lot of people just, sometimes don't realize, based on the study that I've done, a lot of the medications that people do take have some of these natural herbs in it, but then the added compounds and the binders and the sweeteners and the things that are put in there to make them bind together or create that capsule is what you're ingesting in the body that does not assimilate, which means it does not provide a cure. It just, it sustains the illness in the body, because once you go in the healthcare system, you're a lifetime profit for the people that own that industry. So we just gradually teach people. We have live seminars monthly at the facility where we teach people the details of the African Biomineral Balance. We also have different social nights on Fridays from 7 to 9 p.m., where it could be like our poetry night we just had, and David was so wonderful, and thank him so much again for coming out and giving us a really great time on Friday. But we'll also have some ladies' nights coming up, and our Chop It Up event, which is our discussion about different topics about black women and men learning how to communicate with one another. So we're there as an awareness facility to bring people healing mentally, physically, and spiritually on all levels. Because if we're going to heal our city, we have to start with ourselves first.
Yeah, that's it.
I have a question. Could you tell me about broccoli?
Tell you about who? I'm sorry.
Good. They say it's good for you, but they say it's not. So which one is it?
I didn't hear.
He
I didn't
asked
hear
about
what it was.
broccoli. You got to speak up.
Broccoli.
Yes.
Okay, good. That's also a good question. What it is with African environmental balance, we're transitioning and converting ourselves to God's nature's natural. So there's a difference when you have natural food and then you have God's nature's naturals. With God's nature's naturals food is foods that have seeds. Anything that God created naturally comes with a seed. Even you and I come from a seed. So that means that plant will grow high, plant, tree, or vine will grow high. That seed would automatically hit the ground and it will grow back. No matter if anybody touches it, bother it, it will continue to grow back. You necessarily can't kill it. Now, if you're talking about natural foods that does not have seeds, then these foods are not God's nature's naturals because they don't have seeds. So that means the person, the farmer, would have to purchase a seed, a created seed, or a pod. They have to plant it, they have to care for it, and you have to then come in and harvest it. It just has to be managed. Now, anything that's created outside of nature, you have to add something to make the molecules stick. There has to be a binder, and usually that binder is a form of starch that is not consistent with the body. So if you notice when you eat broccoli or you eat cabbage or even sometimes carrots, it's very gassy, and you have to use the restroom right away, or it may cause extreme acid reflux over time. And that means it's not a God's nature's naturals. It's still a laboratory-made food, probably made from another country. I can specifically tell you that carrots was made and created in Holland. And, you know, this is why you don't want to necessarily consume the broccoli or the cabbage or the carrot when you're transitioning into the African environmental balance.
So everything is basically seed-based. So if like so if you're gonna eat a watermelon, you want watermelon with seeds in it. If you're gonna
with the seeds.
So what about stuff like, because I'm not sure exactly where kale comes from. Kale comes from
right. I was just going to mention that kale does not have a seed. Kale does contain a high content of iron, and that's why it is recommended. Now there are some items that's on the nutritional guide that may not necessarily be a fully alkaline fruit or vegetable, but however, it is proven through Dr. Sebi that it's less mucus-forming food. Where we come from, when it's our African American culture, we really don't need food. If you really think about it, the gorillas that live in the tropical islands, which is most of our ancestors come from, they don't eat meat. They eat berries, they eat grass, they eat bananas, they eat fruits, and they eat herbs. And they're the strongest animals, very peaceful. You're not if you're not bothering them, they're not bothering with you. And we're just as strong, and we come from that same climate. So we really don't need food in our bodies. Once you start remineralizing your body with the herbs, you feel the same level of energy, if not better. You feel you have the same level of strength, especially if you're a strong man, you work out, your energy on a plant base is way more powerful than it would on a protein, meat-based diet. So we really don't need it. But of course, with all the conditionings and the addictions that we all have to eating these foods, it's really quite impossible for someone to go from, eating these types of food all your life, generations, to eating nothing at all. So the foods that's on the nutritional guides are foods that are less mucus-forming foods that's much safe to consume, so that way you can begin to eliminate and cleanse the body and cleanse out the mucus and the diseases and shrink tumors and things like that to bring the body to healing.
I had I did like I saw a video on Netflix called Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead, right? And he was juicing kale, but a lot of the fruits and stuff that he had were they were seed fruits. They were like strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, things like that. Huh? The strawberries has a seed on the outside. I don't think it would be an issue.
Yeah, they do. They have seeds on the outside. And any berries are very high in antioxidants, so it keeps your immune system boosted.
All of them are on the list except for cranberry. Some of the cranberries.
Except for cranberries, absolutely. Cranberries are acidic.
Sugar.
Cranberries.
No, I don't know.
And what about the banana? Does banana come from a tree?
No, banana is not on the list.
The burro banana.
Yeah, and he
right, and the only
Leroy didn't
and the only
eat
place where I can find it is IGA.
Yeah, IGA and there's Patel Brothers off of Bay Meadows. They got them out there.
Okay.
Off of Bay Meadows
Okay.
Road.
So what's the difference between that banana and the banana I get from Walmart? What's the difference? I mean,
Well,
I think
yes, I'm glad you asked that question too, because I actually did a research in an article with the banana. The regular banana that you see, like the Del Monte bananas and the regular bananas, actually has a very adverse effect on our bodies. It actually causes too high of potassium could be consumed in the body. It's very highly sugar-based, and it's also an acidic fruit. Now, if you notice, well, if you haven't seen a barrel or a baby banana, you wouldn't notice. But if you compare the two bananas together and you open up the Del Monte, you're not going to see any type of seed in the Del Monte banana.
Right, okay.
However, when you open up the baby banana and the barrel banana, you would see tiny black seeds in the middle of those bananas. And that's how you can tell the difference. And once you start to eat the baby banana or the barrel banana, you can clearly taste the difference, because this Del Monte banana is extremely sweet, which is, leading to high sugars in the body, and the contents of that banana does not assimilate in our bodies.
Oh, wow. Dang, I like banana.
Well, I mean, it's a slow
my meat in
transition
the
because when the guy
freezer
told
now.
me not
It
to
is.
eat the bananas anymore, which was recently, I had been vegan for 14 years, and I'm like, you're not going to tell me what I can and can't eat on fruits and vegetables.
Right.
And he was like, don't eat that banana, it's poison. Don't eat that banana, eat the little red ones or the the little green ones. I said, man, I eat whatever I want to eat. I'm already making sacrifices. But I'm going to tell you, alkaline life is totally different from just a vegan life, but you will feel the energy and difference.
What about
does Dr. Sebi, because I didn't read all of the stuff on Dr. Sebi as far as the food, does he also, because you're going alkaline, right? But does he like eliminate all meat in his diet?
Yeah, no, I didn't see him with no
Yes,
meat.
but he definitely didn't eat any meat, but he also expressed that periodically that he would consume fish, but he also expressed his willingness and his ability to discontinue eating the fish. And the problem with the fish is you catch fish with bait, little baby shrimps, and what else?
Worms. And
worms. So most seafood love worms, and so if you have a parasitic problem going on in your body, you don't want to eat the seafood because of the parasite infestations that's in our seafood. Not only that, if you watch, I believe the show is called Rotten. It's a 7-part series on YouTube as well. If you watch that, it'll tell you how the fish industry had changed. So, like, say, for example, with the salmon fish, if it's not wild caught, more than likely all salmon fish may be contaminated today, because they've taken this farm-raised fish and placed the farm-raised fish in the waters with the wild-caught fish to expand it. And this is why you see seafood is way more less expensive today.
Right.
But that's what you have to be careful with when it comes to the seafood, is the parasite.
What about chicken?
Okay, yes, chicken. I love to talk about that.
Oh, wait a minute! Before you
So
even
the
start,
FDA
before you start, let me get my soul together. Because you about to talk about something that I eat all the time. Okay, go ahead.
Well,
Bless
that's
God.
good.
Bless God.
Okay, so this is the one main thing I like to express to people about the chicken. And chicken was very hard for me to transition from. And I'm still in a transition myself, as we all are, because this is 30, 40, 50 years of habits that we have to change, and it doesn't happen overnight. But the FDA has proven, as it is stated on the FDA site, that they have approved a certain percentage of arsenic to be injected into chickens. And that small percentage does not affect humans. Okay? Now, what happens if you're eating the chicken morning, afternoon, and evening for 40, 30, 50 years? Then how much percentage of arsenic is sitting in your body, especially provided that meat does not digest in our bodies. Our bodies are not designed to digest meat. The only reason that humans itself needed to digest meat, we're talking about the humans that lived in the colder Arctic parts of the world, where they needed to live in the caves. And because meat doesn't digest in the system very, very fast, it sits there. These people that lived in this cold part of the world, that meat needed to sit in their systems to coat, so they can be able to coat their organs and deal with the weather. Now, our ancestral trace doesn't come from those type of weather conditions. So we have all this undigested meat sitting in our system. And if we take that meat and we put it in a garbage bag and sit it outside for 2 days and go back and open that bag, what do we see?
Maggots. Maggots and worms.
Right, chick.
And our bodies are over 98 degrees inside.
Well, God is. Can I ask you this?
So you said I got maggots on possibly inside my stomach.
So
Mostly everyone has some type of worms or parasite infestation in the body.
Like
Everyone.
Don't they say
Can
everybody
you
got HIV?
now?
Really?
I did the math, and I like the way the prices that you have at your location. And if I wanted to, for under $40, I can come to your place all week and eat a meal, a healthy meal.
You absolutely can. You absolutely can do that.
I wanted these guys to know the type of menu that you have, because it is flexible for those that wanting to learn and may still want to taste of what they already comfortable with. So are you able to give them a brief description?
They drop the address first. That way we know where to go.
Yeah, it's right on the corner
so the
of Myrtle and
address
State.
is 12.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So the address is 1274 State Street West. It's right behind the Family Dollar on Kings and Myrtle.
Oh, okay.
If you go to State Street right behind there, you'll see a building that says the Palm Tree Spa and Cafe on the front. We just haven't covered that sign yet. But that's where we are located. It used to be a strip club for the fellas, if anybody from Jacksonville.
Yeah, I
know
know.
about
I
it.
missed all that.
What was it again? It was 1274. What was the address
Lord
again?
have mercy. I didn't.
1274 State Street West.
Yeah,
Yeah, they ain't have nothing. So, like, when I do my chicken, I clean my chicken, and I don't do the skin. I cut the skin off and all that. That's not doing no good. It doesn't matter.
No, because again, the chicken is not digesting in your system. You are more addicted to it than anything. But it is not digesting in your system. And although you clean it, they are injecting arsenic in the DNA. And when you eat the meat of that flesh, you are consuming everything that chicken ever been through, mentally, physically, and spiritually.
I just bought a freezer full of chicken.
So if you notice it, most people that do eat heavy meat, not most, not all, but a lot of people that's really enraged and have negative spirits and always, just uncomfortable at everything, usually it's because they eat a lot of meat. Because you really are what you eat.
And cabbage ain't no good.
When you're consuming the flesh of an animal that's pretty much scared straight before it dies, and then you consume all that in your body.
Oh well, thank you for all of this. I did put your address up on it. It's for all those who are watching. The address is 1274 West State. No, it's 1274 State Street West, Jacksonville, Florida. For all those who are watching, please go out and check out the restaurant, and she has entertainment out there too as well. I know we as a group, we're going to go out there soon to check it out, especially for the open mic that you have. I know I've been hitting up open mics every Wednesday. So you said, how often do you do your open mic?
It will be every third Friday of the month until our crowd is picked up, and then once the demand change, we can increase it. But right now, it's every third Friday of the month.
Okay.
Right, and I prefer that we have all our meetings over there. That way, we all can get us something good to eat, where everybody's comfortable. Did she tell y'all what she got on the menu?
No, she didn't go into detail. But
you
can go ahead. Let us know what you got on your menu.
So for the individuals that may not be familiar with the transition and want to know a little bit more, we do provide a chicken salad wrap. We have a tuna salad wrap and a turkey wrap. Because once you come in and you feel the atmosphere, you will have, we only serve a herbal tea and Aquavita water there. So once you consume that herbal tea just by having your normal meal, then you're introduced to the lifestyle. And that's what's most important for us, is being able to sow the seed. So we do have things there that are not necessarily alkaline available for those individuals that want to learn more, so we can accommodate everyone. But the goal is to at least introduce you to what alkaline options are all about. It's not as nasty as what you think. It's very good. And we just want to be that gateway, that Sabian headquarter for Duval County. I know that it wasn't here that I knew of before I came here, and I just want to bring that spirit to my own city. So we have what you need. We have smoothies. You can pick 3 fruits and vegetables in your smoothies. Ooh. We also have full alkaline breakfast that we serve, and we're trying different options. We have alkaline pizza that David tried, and we just introduced that on Friday.
It was good.
But we do have options for those that have not quite transitioned. So at least you learn about the African biomineral balance as a whole. Because if it's not yourself, there's someone in your family that needs healing, and the body is designed and made to heal itself. So once we're able to bring you back to your natural state of being, then it brings healing. Once everyone is healed themselves, we can then work on healing our city.
Yes, I got one question. Because we was in California and this came up. They say alkaline water is not good for you. What he said?
There are certain alkaline waters that are not good, and those are those alkaline waters that most companies will add something in it to make it alkaline. Usually if you have an alkaline that's 10 and that's a 10 level, or real high levels, 8.8s and things like that, that's more than likely they're adding a substance into the water to make it alkaline, and that's what you don't want. The alkaline water that you want to really reference to is anything that God creates that has a natural pH level of 7.0 or above is naturally alkaline.
Faucet water.
So if you're drinking spring water is just like back in the days you would fetch the water under the well, go way down under the ground, pull the water up in the bucket. That is natural spring water that is running over the rocks.
So Zephyr Hills spring water,
minerals under the earth. That's spring water.
So spring water ain't no good for you?
Zephyr Hills has a spring water. It's a last resort to me, but if that's all they have, I'll use it to make teas as well as I cook with it. But to drink water, we recommend the Aquavita water. It is 7.8. I have tested. It is coming from under the ground, running on the minerals on the rocks.
That's my girl.
It has the electrolytes on it. And then if you are not, and you can afford the Aquavita even at my shop, we carry it. We can even provide it by case if need be. The other option is Eternal water, which is what I was drinking prior to Aquavita water. It's usually at Publix on sale sometimes for $1. Or the Evian water I've also tested, and those are the three waters that I consume. And those have a high content of electrolytes, which allows the body to pull more minerals.
That's my home girl, Savita.
Well, ma'am, I definitely thank you for allowing us to talk to you and giving us some insight on this alkaline life. Thank you, David, for bringing it to our attention. We definitely appreciate it.
Thank y'all for listening, because I can help all us heal and work together and want to see each other uplifted and see each other win.
That's right.
We change the mindset. We start to build together.
That's right. And remember, y'all, her address is 1274 State Street West in Jacksonville. If y'all are watching, please go out there and support her restaurant. Let's keep it black owned. Let's keep it up, and let's keep it here. You know what I mean?
And what's her operating hours?
That's not allowed to just drop off. And what are your hours of operation?
Yes, we're open 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Tuesday through Thursday. We're open until 9 p.m. on Friday, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturday.
That's okay. Well, thank y'all. Y'all heard that. Y'all go out there and support. And, ma'am, I thank you for calling in. We appreciate you.
Absolutely. Y'all be blessed now, okay? And see y'all soon.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Well, thank you, David.
Thank you.
I'm gonna eat my meat first, though. I just bought a whole.
No, it's okay, because I mean it's an internet radio. We can go a little longer, but it was definitely worth it, because I eat a lot of meat, especially chicken, and to find out now that my insides got all kind of shit going on inside my body.
Surprise!
You know what I'm saying? Kaka, tuki.
Surprise! I just
be careful with your fruits and veggies too, because this pesticides that they spray on them have that same arsenic in it that she was just talking about was in the chickens.
Right.
Also, be careful with your alkaline, because your stomach is acidic. If you put too much alkaline in it at one time, you throw off your balance in your stomach. You can't properly digest your food.
Yeah. And somebody said that yesterday when I went to this place to get me some chickpea and quinoa and stuff like that. The girl that was cooking, she said, no, it's not good for your body to be totally alkaline and all that stuff. And I listened. I didn't say nothing back. I didn't say nothing back. But Dr. Sebi, he was totally alkaline and lived to be 80 plus some years old. Even with
George Burns,
the marijuana and all that, But so I think you do what's comfortable for you. You do whatever keeps you out of the doctor's office on that medication and letting these Europeans take all your money while they keep you sick through the food that they give you by any means necessary. Because like I told the people, my family members are going through things where they got to have monitors inserted inside their bodies and all this stuff. Who want to have a carburetor put in their chest? I'm a comedian. I have to draw that picture.
Carburetor, really?
You know, yeah.
You caught it? Because we had a cookout the other day, and them flowers was out there flying.
I don't. let me. You don't eat that.
No, I ain't nobody about to eat that.
It's not alkaline.
It's free range, man. It was flying where it wanted to go.
Yeah. So check this out, right?
You gotta see that.
we gonna keep this train rolling. Kita is at work. She's taking care of the city, but she did not leave us without a question. So for Kita's segment, just asking, the question is, what is the one thing that you rather your significant other not do because you think you do it better? And she says her example was, I'd rather keep track of the finances because I think I'm better in that area.
Oh my! Shots fired.
No, it's not. I'd rather her do it because I don't do all of that keeping up with the counting and all that. I make my paycheck and then we sit down and we go over what's been spent, what's left over, and then we disperse it accordingly. So I don't have a problem with it. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I'm cool with her taking care of the finances, just like she cool with me taking care of anything else that goes on in this house that she can't really take care of. I like painting the daggone steps, or finding somebody to take care of the wood flooring, or you know what I mean, stuff like that. So if the car, something happened with the car and she needs something to figure out, that's where I come in line at. So it's all 50-50 or 100-100. You know what I'm saying? She do her part, I do my part, and it's right as rain.
Right. And I don't really have an answer for this question, but I'll make up one because I'm supposed to.
What? No, you can't make up one. What do you do? What do you think you do better than Donna, and you'd rather her not do?
I'd rather my wife not watch TV, and because I can watch TV better than her because I don't watch TV, and therefore there will be no TV watch. In the beginning of our relationship, I was the one that was told, you know, we don't need no TVs, we don't need no big TV, and we don't need all that, you know, because we need to be reading books and all that. But now the reverse has happened, and she watching all the TV. I ain't gonna say I'm reading all the books. I'm buying them. That don't mean I'm reading them, but I'm buying them. You know what I'm saying? I got them. One day I'm gonna read them. I don't know when. But I'm still not watching TV because I don't have time to watch TV. I got more important things to do. So that would be my one thing. Because you know how the women try to fill you in on what's going on all these TV shows, and you be like, I really don't even have time for all that. But won't you just shut your mouth? And then that's when the arguments start.
I would say, for me, I say cooking. I'd rather cook the food because I know how I am about food.
And what you just learned right now is how you feeling about it now.
Same way.
Okay.
It's not no different. I mean, that's something I work on, but you know, you got to ease in. You can't just like that. I know I can't.
Right.
But it's a transition.
But you need somebody to talk to you that has had an education and been through it and been 300 pounds. You know, you don't need no little light-skinned guy that got all this hair on his head and you know.
Is he talking about himself?
You know?
I think he's talking about himself.
No, but I do now observe David in some of these things. I will go do research and be like, okay, let me see what David talking about.
No, I didn't want you to sit down and eat with me at that place. That's
I mean, we did that in California.
Yeah,
you know?
Chip will go with me. That ain't no problem.
I was with you too, bro.
Yeah, you were with me too.
Yeah.
Man.
But he said he got sick and everything.
You gonna hang with me no matter what I think.
Yeah,
so, you know, I think you will hang out with me no matter what.
You ain't got no problem. I'm always be there. I know.
Chip got to be conditioned. You got to know why, when, well, all that.
Stranger danger, stranger danger.
Hey, I appreciate Chip wearing the Unio Belief shirts. Yeah, I got them. You can have them. Me and Chip looking good in ours. You can look good in yours, and you can unite your people at the same time. Hit me up if you know.
Alkaline. Unity of Belief.
Oh, them alkaline shirts coming. Oh, they coming.
What about you?
You got some.
I'm waiting on Ed. Ed hasn't said but like 3 words. I thought you're not going to elaborate with your significant other?
No ring, no wife, no comment.
Okay, well that's just no ring, no wife. You got a girl, you got somebody. Yeah,
I do.
What do you prefer?
Not
like that, Chip. Not like that, Chip. God dang.
I really don't have an honest answer for this. I mean, whoever's best at it, have at it. Do it.
Yeah. Okay, well, Keita, that's what you get if I ask.
Normally, I agree with your wife on the questions, but this one don't really apply to me.
Hey, so It is what it is. Keep taking care of the money, and I keep giving you this. Yeah. Never mind. Let's keep this thing rolling. Next.
You can't just leave that.
Yeah, I leave it out there. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Hey, listen. The main topic of the day was I know you all seen it. The border down in Texas where they're splitting families up. They're taking, like, I just recently seen a video where this mom threatened to sue the entire United States. I guess I don't even know that you can do that because she just got back with her kids after their kids were separated for like 3 months. My whole thing is like, what was the point? I still don't understand. Are you selling Mexican kids? You know what I mean? Or what are you doing? Are you separating them so you can do something to these kids who don't have the protection of their parents? My whole thing is this: like, after they split the kids up, what are they doing with these kids? Are they testing these kids for stuff? Are they screwing these kids? You know what I mean? What's going on? I don't know. Maybe y'all can give me some enlightenment on it.
I think they're doing all of the above.
Let me go last on this one. I kind of got a multifaceted answer on that.
I think they're doing all of the above, but what I want us to be aware of.
Pope do.
And shout out to I ain't gonna shout out Tariq Nasheed, but a lot of stuff when he talking about hold your own nuts. A lot of these other people, we be standing up and going for their issues, and when black people are being killed unarmed and things that happen to the black community, they don't come out and address our issues. Like when the women get together for women's rights, then the black women join in, but while these black women unarmed kids are being killed, then these European women and all these other women are nowhere to be found. So whenever we got issues, everybody's off running, doing whatever they doing. They don't care. But when they got issues, they always pull us in to carry the weight and carry the load. And what I want to get off my chest too, the Democrat Party and the Republican Party on the same damn team. They just trying to cause all this confusion to get our energy and get us caught up in that. And when I see these silly people getting caught up in that stuff and don't even come my way with it, man.
It was separation. Remember, you had to know about Democrats and Republicans through college at one time.
Yeah, back in the day.
And all it was, it just blew up in their face because they were supposed to.
Oh, it ain't blew up in their face. They know they run a game on us at all times.
No, I'm saying for as Democrat and Republican, like that's just a code that they use.
Right.
You know, and we get confused.
Yeah.
And I can kind of.
We need a code.
I can kind of piggyback on that whole situation, like you said. Now that I think about it, you're right. This is a border patrol situation, and a lot of people saying, okay, well, they're splitting the families away from the kids, but you got to realize now that I think about it, there was a such thing called slavery, and it was never an issue then with splitting families apart, especially for profit. So, I mean, if it comes down to money, if they're trying to find a way to create a new slavery using, you know what I'm saying? And you got to remember, internment camps.
HUD and welfare, and one of the conditions for you to order to be able to live there and the government to take care of you, there can't be a black man in the house.
Right.
I shared a video from the sister Shabbat.
On what, in Mexico?
No, about how the black man is being taken out of families. And even when they encourage this, you don't know what sex you want to be yet. So they normally have the two genders of the same sex. That's eliminating the black man.
You're not talking into the thing.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
That's eliminating the black man also with the sexual confusion. Anything they can do to stop a black woman and a black man, you know, creating and being together like they used to be back in the day, that's very scarce.
Well, that's the whole trying to maintain and stay the majority
population control,
right?
That's why
as far as going back and just looking at it, this ain't nothing new. They put the Japanese in internment camps. They had black people as slaves. Now it's just turning around full circle. The problem is that
don't forget Native Americans. Not only did we genocide the Native Americans, we stole their land, we stole their country.
You saying
the ones that we did?
You're a Quaker. Yeah, why?
When this was done.
Thank you.
The few that remained were forcibly indoctrinated into European society in America. This is the next level.
Right.
It's for the preservation of the white race. For all my white friends and family, no offense, but your ancestors was effed up. You take
he let him go ahead.
No, you take these children and you have to look at their cases one by one. If you just say, hey, there's a bunch of Latinos coming across the border, That's wrong because you don't understand that situation. Whether they're black, white, whatever, they're fleeing from something. This is not an invasion of enemy combatants. This is not a takeover, although those that want to stay in the white majority feel that they're being just nipped and tucked every time a foreigner comes to the country. That's flawed logic. You're not going to keep the supremacy of the white race by not letting in immigrants. Look at what's going on with these people. How about we help them instead of trying to put cases on them so when they apply to the country legally, they can't get in because they already got a case on their system. How about we set a buffer zone up on half a mile buffer zone in Mexico, half mile in America. So when you get to this point, hey, you're in American territory, but you're not so far into the country, you're illegally in here. Then when you have this buffer zone, how about you set up some points of entry called points of embarkation where you can get these people registered and try their cases. Each one does have a story. We have to put the racism aside. We have to put the fact that Jeff Sessions has stock in the penal system. So, yeah, let's get all these people that's coming across this border right into jail. Jeff Sessions is making out like a fat cat. So is his supporters. But that's another story.
I was just going to mention something in reference to the prison system. Yep.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But not only that, there's people that are profiting off the prison system by saying, we're not taking in refugee children. We're not mistreating them. We're here for supporting the children. But they don't understand how they got their customer base, or they're denying the fact of how they got their customer base. We need to focus on that. To say you've crossed into my country illegally, you immediately go to jail. By law, that's right. These people know they're illegally crossing into our country when they decided to leave their home country. Why are they leaving their home country? I can tell you now, if a battered woman was in her house and her husband was beating her down, she would break camp and run next door to the neighbor's house asking for help. Even if she had to kick a window in to keep that man from beating her. Should that neighbor immediately incarcerate her or bust a cap in her because she didn't bust it through the door?
No.
For her preservation?
No.
Let's have some common sense when we talk about this border patrol and this invasion of the country.
You gotta
irritates the hell out of me.
But you gotta realize who
looking out for yourself.
You gotta realize who you have in charge. I just saw, and you don't bring race into it, but unfortunately you kind of have to. There's another documentary on Netflix called The Alt-Right. It's like the Alt-Right. I don't know if you've seen it. It's a Muslim woman who going to all of these individuals who have hatred and they just have an alt-right mentality. Because the first time she put some information out there, they kind of went at her talking about, oh, this Muslim woman need to die. I'm talking about, you got people that saying, oh, she need to die, she needs to be raped and mutually murdered. You know what I'm saying? And this is coming from women and men.
Yeah, I support the Muslim woman.
No, but the thing is that she's going to there and she's having conversations with people that has this mentality, and you got to realize what they say is that it's a war situation. It's like, listen, I don't want these people to come in because it's going to mess up my way of life. That's what they say. That's all. That's what they're saying. They're actually selfish.
Right.
They don't want us.
They don't want us here, Leroy.
But they can't kick us out because we really ain't got nowhere to go.
And we was here first.
Africans don't really want us back. They kind of don't like American blacks.
Well, the Europeans run Africa. They control all the resources over there.
Not all parts of Africa.
Well, no, probably not all, but the main ones with the resources, and
So
they
when
gonna
you see
kill
a Caucasian born there 5, 6, 7 generations that is from South Africa or Africa period, do you still consider them African American?
No, they're Dutch.
If they came over here.
African Americans, I've never been to Africa.
That was a loaded question. No, my bad on that. Charlize
No,
Theron, the actress,
you've
and
been
John Kerry's wife.
Your DNA has been to Africa. You physically may have not been, but your DNA.
African American. I'm a human being.
Right.
Okay. You're a person in this country
Well,
with some African genealogy.
America is really a business.
I'm not putting no
it's
spin
a
on that,
fictitious
dude.
corporation. America is a corporation.
Yeah, he got some
That's
points
what
there.
Christopher Columbus said.
F. Columbus.
Yo, so
He ain't
my
fine
thing now with the help of my brothers, I have a different mindset on what's going on in Texas. Yeah, it's bad, but United States has a there you go again, Ed. I thought you killed it. United States has a reputation of being pieces of shit.
POS?
And I'm being dead serious. Like there are aspects of the American
Just be
way.
serious. Don't be dead serious.
There's aspects of the American lifestyle that are good. I agree, but it just seems like if the people who are in charge had morals, You know what I mean? Just
That's never gonna
come
happen.
on.
It was, but you got to understand what this country was built on. It was built on thievery, lies, and all that. There. So,
Yeah.
That's
of course,
why I
that's
said we
their
stole the
blueprint.
land from Native
It's
Americans.
nature of the European. I think y'all should have Patrick call in.
Before you do that,
No.
also think about that the
No.
Europeans are racist amongst themselves.
Oh, yeah.
Especially during the Ellis Islands years, because they wouldn't let Spanish, Italians, Greeks, Romanians, Hungarians in, saying that they were either thieves, liars, gypsies would bring diseases. Certain people didn't like
they was all
the
on.
Catholic influence, so the Italians and the French and the Spanish, y'all listen to the Pope, you can't come to America. But if you were Northern Europeans, say Germany, the Netherlands, Scotland, Nova Scotia, and all, that's Canada, my bad, Sweden, Norway, you were a Protestant Caucasian, you were good, you can come here. So there's even racism within themselves.
So, but that's kind of like a class situation though, because I know that back in the day they used to have this whole thing where
The
back in
bottom of
day
the
where
trash.
the Irish were like
Irish are hated.
niggas
Yeah.
to them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So my thing is this: I think honestly we need to get back down to the square root of us, regardless of
Right. And we are not
color or
niggas.
creed. Right? We just need to get down to the square root of it. It's not. If black people stop looking at you ask a lot of black people, do you want to go to Africa? They'll tell you, no, I don't want to go back to Africa because all they think is Africa's poor and they ain't got no roads and stuff like that.
I know, it's
And
very beautiful.
Right. They only show you what they want you to show you to keep you in that particular mindset. If there was a migration of black people leaving the United States, there would be a collapse in the United States economy.
I got an African work with me, and I know they pimping.
Right.
Because he buy them Savage cars and all that there and sell them over in Africa.
Patrick calling my phone.
And he got a mansion.
And I think we have to know that there was no niggas in the Bible. Didn't say ye are niggas. Say ye are kings or ye are gods. Either or. There are no niggas in the Bible. So if Jesus
I
don't
think people should understand about
deal with
Christianity.
niggas,
They
I don't
always say
deal
it's a
with
white
niggas.
man,
And then we-
thing, but it was
Yeah.
they just twisted like that. But actually, Christianity, like I say, if it was a white man thing, whatever.
Right.
What's the name? Ethiopia wouldn't adapt it, and they
Right.
wasn't up under no oppression.
Oh yeah. But they brainwashed too. Now you see when they go over there and say, hello, the white man.
Yeah, but
But Ethiopians,
But
aren't they escaping Ethiopia right now, trying to go to Israel and
that's now. But you got to understand, like, I think the sooner people quit understand like what religion is, you got to understand religion ain't gonna be perfect because it's man-made.
Right. And
It's
especially-
imperfection.
Especially if it's like
It's about your spirit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But if the author of a book, if the author of the book is King James, then that means you following after a royal dick sucker.
I mean, but God can use anybody.
Amen.
They say he used a donkey. I don't know. He's
Yeah.
a talking donkey. Anyway,
King James would have sucked the donkey dick.
Yeah. Yo, you always get on the topic of somebody sucking somebody's dick, though, man.
Hey, I just want you to understand the business of the man. Even Dick Gregory said that man hated women so much he wanted to kill his own mama.
Yo, did you hear about the guy? And it's we typically get on race because it's a lot of it's majority black folks on this show.
Well, we talking about
You
the
know what
border.
I'm saying?
We talking about
Why you
the
look at me
border.
like that?
And coming across the border.
Did he look at me like
Right.
that? Yeah.
See, we worry about things that's not really important.
That's
We
the
pray
distraction.
about things that's not
That's
really
the
important.
distraction.
If we gonna pray, we will be praying that R. Kelly got sent somewhere like the Flint, Michigan, so he can get dehydrated and not piss on people. That's what we really should be. Give me up. Focus, people.
That's a good one,
Look
bro.
at Uncle Luke. Did you see Uncle Luke? Kanye
Yo,
West got
yo.
Uncle Luke mad. Did y'all see that?
Yeah, this
No,
is Signal.
that's it.
Hold on,
Oh,
this
go
is
ahead.
Signal 27 radio show.
Shout
Who's
out to
this?
Uncle Luke. Real talk.
Niggas in Christ on the line.
Oh,
Hotel.
what's up, Patrick? What's going on?
Jeez, what's he?
So what's your comment, Patrick?
I hear y'all talking about white on white crime caused, black on black crime caused by little white lies.
We didn't shoot that guy down in Miami, Triple X with the Louis Vuitton bags. And how they know who
Oh.
shot him anyway?
Dude was bragging
CIA
about it on
officers.
Facebook.
Dude
Oh,
was
did
on-
they arrest him?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
I'm
And
talking
his-
about he got
Yo,
it.
see,
And his
Yeah.
brother sitting there talking about he gonna put a hit out on people that say anything bad about the dude that did the killing.
Damn.
This family crazy.
But
but at least they caught it.
The mama ignorant. I mean, when they told her, she talking about they caught that nigga.
Was ignorant white supremacy. They need a lobotomy.
You said they need a lobotomy?
I say they need a lobotomy.
Well, what's your view on the Border Patrol thing Leroy talking about, Patrick?
Oh, about them Mexican, Spanish niggas coming over here.
Yeah, that's what they
Why
call
you
them.
gonna call them niggas?
That's what the other man called them.
That's what we call it ourselves. So, I mean, if it's good for the gander, it's good for the goose. Because they Spanish niggas, we English niggas. They don't want two different language of niggas getting together, and we can have burritos and collard greens.
What the?
Yo.
That's a good one,
your
man.
boy, man.
Everybody.
Burritos and collard greens, boy. I'll be damn. Golly,
The
boy.
Mayasas
Oh boy, crazy.
and the Honorable Tupac said, the blacks and browns have sex again.
I can run with that.
Because this our land any damn way. But hell, fuck it. They stay over there, build up Mexico, because they got their fucking problems over there. Build up Mexico while we build up here. And eventually, we'll build together.
All right.
Okay.
All right, then. Well,
Crooked.
to that note, y'all heard Patrick. He's like, you get two niggas together, two types that speak two different languages, we'll be eating burritos and collard greens.
Yeah,
so,
family
Something
feud.
right with that dude.
yeah, thank you, Patrick. We appreciate your comment, man.
Tenfold.
Tenfold.
That was a
Sign on
Patrick
off.
all-time
Yeah, that's.
classic.
I don't think I'm. I think I'm gonna use that. Yo.
real.
I like it.
Yo,
You get a good dish.
That was fun.
Burritos with collard greens.
burritos and collard greens. Well,
Well, the
listen.
thing
yo.
is, they got soul
Ham hock
food
taco.
burritos.
Hmm?
They got soul food
Yeah.
burritos.
Well, you know Monica the vegan chick. Shout out to Monica the vegan chick.
Shout out to Monica.
She making some good dishes. The people love them. You know.
I heard you got that good
collard green rolls.
dish, Monica.
I had the collard green rolls that she had, and it was good. That's all I know. I don't know what.
That
Hold on,
pie
hold
was
on.
good.
Did you say collard green rolls? Like, what's inside the
Like
roll?
an egg roll, but she put collard greens in there.
Oh, that's what's up.
Season up. Yeah, season up. It's good.
No, we're gonna have to go
Try
over
that
her
at the
house.
house.
We're gonna have
Yeah.
to go over the.
So,
So
but listen,
we
you
can
know,
order from our landlord.
hey,
What?
We can order from our landlord.
Man, let's.
yeah, we can.
Don't
We should have her
divulge.
cater
We
one
don't
of our
divulge
shows.
that type of information. No, the internet. Not fair.
Yo, he got so corporate, didn't he? He got real corporate. Listen here, we don't divulge that type of information over the internet, my friend.
Detached.
That sounded like he had like a gun and a suit on. You know what I'm saying? So
Next
like,
thing I know, you and the Europeans will be pushing me across the border because I'm trying to
We're gonna do you
build
like
up for my next
we're
generation.
gonna do you like Luke Kane when the
Yeah.
dude killed the dude at the barbershop. He talking about, yeah, I was like, everywhere. He said, yo, you did that. He said he gonna pay you, right? Threw it right out the roof. Now go get your money, man. Y'all hollers, dude, crazy.
well, listen, right? We great. Shut this joint down. We appreciate y'all. Thank you, YouTube, for allowing us to test this thing out. I kind of like it. There was no issues, no hiccups, or nothing, and
No
it kept
glitches?
going. No glitches at all.
Something ain't
Instead
right.
of going
you ain't
with
dropping enough knowledge.
oh.
Start dropping that knowledge.
No,
At
you
least
go.
that's what Tariq said when he get on here. No, he wasn't complaining about YouTube. Who was it? Ustream. That's what he was.
Yeah, everybody was complaining about Ustream. Their Ustream dropping
Gotta
and
go-
stuff.
When you going to the
So-
restaurant again, Dad?
Oh, I'm going as soon as they open. Probably Tuesday. Every day they open because I told you I did the math. $35 a week. I can eat there every day they open. The prices are nice. You don't see those type of prices.
Okay,
anywhere
well,
else, man.
I'm me and my daughter.
Leroy, you get your fly.
We gonna be
Leroy got a pet fly, y'all.
Yeah, y'all want to meet out there Friday or something? Or
Yeah,
I
I'm
would
off.
like to go out as a group.
Yeah, I'm off Thursday. I'm off
Friday.
Well, no, I can't go Thursday. I'm off Friday, so we
Yeah.
can go.
We
We
can
should
go Friday.
we should meet up and go Friday.
What time they close?
At
9 o'clock on Friday.
9 o'clock on Fridays, I think.
Okay, we can go at 10.
This
No, I'm
is-
just playing.
Asshole. Yeah, asshole.
Now, what time? About 7?
I don't know, but we put you over the border for a remark like that.
All right, y'all. So we great shut this thing down. David, what you got coming up, man?
Hey, Wednesday night at Camden Poetry. Shout out to Team Solo and the rap people last night. I went out there. You know what I mean? And
Solo better give me my shirt.
yeah, that's what he told me last night. He said, "What size shirt for you, boy?" And I want to make sure I get it. And I told him.
What size you said, David?
4X.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I know.
How you know, David?
Cause I had to keep getting you one.
What you talking about, David?
Asking me where my shirt.
Man, I'm
where
trying
my
to
shirt,
figure
where
out.
my
Did
shirt,
you take the
why
other shirt
everybody
back?
got a shirt? Where my shirt? Where my shirt? Which type?
Did you take the other shirt back?
Which shirt you need?
I don't know what, a red and a white one.
What? What you trying to say? That's the only one you got?
Yes.
Then now you done lost the shirt.
I don't want the gold glitter shirt. I'm too big for that.
Gold glitter make them feel
You got the red
real
and white
sweet.
one, don't you?
Yeah, that's the one I can't find.
You need another one?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, well, go ahead and hook them up. Why you looking perplexed?
Okay, he like,
How you lose
I didn't eat it.
How'd you lose that shirt, bro?
I didn't eat. I don't eat shirts.
Yo.
I think I might have a 4X or whatever.
So what you say you got going on?
Oh yeah, Wednesday night at Camden Poetry.
The love seat.
The Team Solo last night, and the comedian there, the female comedian, she came through. I didn't know she was a stripper. I learned a whole lot about her. She say the men like to go down on her, and she said they like to go down and do their little business or whatever. They don't want to stick nothing up in there. And I said, wait a minute now, you sure that's right? Because that don't even sound right. So I found out some very interesting thing about the young lady last night. So she wants to work on her comedy, and I'm helping her. I told her to come out to Camden Poetry. We don't have no strip poles there, nothing like that. And I say the men that I hang with, we rather go in. We don't want to go down. We want to go in. Anyway, y'all will figure this out whenever y'all figure this out. But it was a scene last night. I was blown away by the conversations because I normally don't get to hear that type of talk in my circles. And so anybody who want to work on comedy, you're welcome to come out to Camden Poetry on Wednesday night, because that's where we create and work on our comedy together and help each other. You know what I mean? I want to know you personally, and I want to know your past if you're willing to share it. And it helps if you had some jobs that I never personally worked. They pretty interesting. So come on out.
What about you, Ed?
Absolutely nothing. Next time you get to see the Fable perform will be July 7th.
What?
I'm supposed to be with Leroy.
We're going to be at the
June
Uptown
30th,
Experience, 7 p.m.
Oh, okay.
1726
If I don't have to go to
East Church
Sarasota,
Street.
I got to find out. I mean, we might have.
Y'all so rude. Ed was trying to tell him what he was doing.
Well, he
Go
said
ahead,
absolutely
Ed.
nothing. That
He
gave us a
said
few.
so July 7th.
Oh.
Where, Ed?
Thank you, Chip.
That's my son's birthday. 23.
I knew David was gonna start talking again.
That's why I didn't say nothing.
I knew David was gonna start talking again. Hey,
something ain't right with that dude over
yo, but Ed gonna be at the
that's my
Uptown
brother Comedy,
Experience. He's gonna be at the Uptown Experience at
Yes, sir.
1726 East Church Street on June 7th, July 7th.
July 7th.
Yep.
June 7th, gone.
My son.
Yeah, I know. What you got going on, bro?
Be on the lookout. I'm finna come out with my DVD special. I'm halfway baptized. It's coming out.
Halfway baptized. I want to be on there.
Oh yeah.
Yo.
Y'all gonna be on the tour. This one here like a DVD. I'm gonna do.
And last, the same thing that
I ain't finished. Did he just taste the microphone?
I'm like, will you finish it?
I'm gonna go ahead. I ain't gonna say that.
I know. I'm waiting for you to say something.
I'm not.
You're gonna
Go
be
ahead.
ass to say it, right? He gonna be making his DVD appearance, Halfway Baptized. That's gonna be out there. Y'all know what he's gonna do. Make sure you go out there and support wherever it's gonna be at. It's gonna be out there on social media, so you support Big Chip. Make sure that he go ahead and get it pumped up for the God in us.
Pump it, pump it, pump it, pump it. Pump it up, pump it, pump it.
Yo, and last but not least, y'all, the same thing that David's doing. We do it like an hour, I think. Has you talked to Chris about that?
No, I haven't had an opportunity yet.
Because we do, because a lot of the comics usually are working on the weekend. So I decided to move it to a Wednesday too, but I wanted to move it to a Wednesday, the workshop, Pump It Up workshop, where we just work on our jokes for an hour before we go out that same night and perform what we worked on at open mics. Right. Camden Poetry is one of the open mics that I hit up on Wednesday, so it's Justice Pub and Creative Veins. So At the end of the hour workshop, you get done working on what you work on. We get in the car and we roll to an open mic and we see how it go, because that's the only way you're gonna learn. Doing it in front of comics is one thing. Doing it in front of people is another. Okay? That's on Wednesday. The 30th is the Uptown Comedy Experience show on the 30th, where the two young ladies won tickets signed by the poet, Chocolate Feed, the poet. Congratulations to Prego and Kenyatta for winning those tickets. And last but not least, Candid Poetry again is on Wednesday, so support Candid Poetry as well. If y'all watching, go out there and get your laugh on. They got everything you need out there at the hub.
Uptown don't got nothing going on the 30th.
That goddess, when that goddess event is the 29th, right?
The 29th.
You want
That's
to
the
tell
same.
them about the real goddess that we encountered?
No.
Okay.
I don't, because I don't know what her event is about, and I'm not sure if that's something that I can support until I see it. So,
Is it transgender event?
we don't know.
No, if what she got is transgender, man, that's some good transgender.
Yo, don't talk about it on because you don't mess around and hit you with that Bumbaras Clyde. Boy. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. We appreciate y'all again. Thank you, YouTube. We'll see y'all next week. I turn.
Peace.
More fire.
Right.
I know my boy
for Christ.
on Facebook.